Today's top stories. In a cautious response to calls by Tehran for a change in U.S. attitude towards Iran, the White House on Monday said that it hoped Iran would work to change its behavior. White House spokesperson Robert Gibbs said, quote, "The president believes it's time for that change, and regardless of any response, the president is hopeful that the Iranian leadership will work to change the way that they do business." Gibbs' remarks were in reaction to comments by Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who on Saturday said he saw no change in U.S. policy towards the Islamic Republic, but offered to reciprocate if Washington changed its attitudes towards Iran. Khamenei's remarks were in reaction to a video message by Obama, marking the Iranian New Year, in which the American leader offered Iran a new beginning for diplomatic engagement. Amnesty International said on Tuesday that China carried out more executions than the rest of the world combined in 2008, executing at least 1,718 people, while Iran was again second, with at least 346, although its population is nearly 20 times smaller. In its annual report on the death penalty, the London-based human rights group said that a total of 2,390 people were put to death in 25 countries in 2008, nearly double the number of executions carried out in 2007. China was responsible for 72% of all executions last year, the report stated, followed by Iran, Saudi Arabia, Pakistan, and the United States. Belarus, meanwhile, is the only country in Europe and in the former Soviet Union that is still carrying out the death sentence, executing at least 4 people in 2008. Mustafa Mohammadi, the head of the State Inspectorate Organization and the deposed minister of Ahmadinejad's government, who is about to announce his candidacy for the presidential election, has warned that, quote, "If anyone should want to raise the issue of the serial numbers of the year 1998 in the course of the election, he would break his 10-year silence and come up with replies which would definitely be unpleasant with his rivals." Poor Mohammadi was employed by the Intelligence Ministry from 1989 to 1999. His remarks follow various reports in recent years, including one by the Human Rights Watch, which alleged that the officials of the Intelligence Ministry carried out the systematic and planned illegal killings of government opponents, critics, and intellectuals. Poor Mohammadi was at that time the deputy minister in charge of the Foreign Security Department of that ministry. Reacting to these allegations, poor Mohammadi said in an interview with Etemad newspaper on March 18th that if he were to stand as a presidential candidate, his rivals would turn the events of the year 1377 into his Achilles heel. He then warned his rivals that they will find his replies unpleasant. These stories and more at televisionwashington.com.